Right, hello. Yep, another Command of the Codes video. Now, at long last, I'm not in the het. In fact, I haven't been in the het for a few days now. I'm in a system called Almad, and I'm docked in Heinkel City. I can only assume that Heinkel City mainly exports World War II bombers or dodgy three-wheeled cars. Now, the reason I'm here is because we have another community event. Now, this one is a bit of a, well, it's not a bit of a, it is a follow-up to a community event that happened in the het, which I also took part in, but that one ended in the blink of an eye. It ended less than, well, no, not less, it was about 12 hours after it started. It was due to go on for about, I think, 5.5 days. Yeah, it ended after 12 hours. And the reason for it was that in order to complete it, it needed a total of 1 billion credits earned, and well, it reached that, well, in no time at all. Now this one, it's actually doing exactly the same thing. It's just getting bounties and bringing them back here and cashing them in. And yeah, okay, it's nearly up to 4 billion that have been you know, amassed, and that's only going to take it to tier 2, so this has obviously got a lot further to go, and I'm only in the top 40%, so at the moment I'm only going to get 500,000. I think once it reaches tier 2 that will go up to 750,000, and I've only contributed 2,989,001 credits. There's a very good reason for that. I'll come to that in a bit. Right, so where am I up to? Well, not one of my reputations or ranks or anything has changed. No surprise there. My balance is up to 16.7 million. Well, I say up to, it's quite low for me, largely because I recently got another upgrade, and that has meant that my rebuy cost has now passed 12 million. Only just, but nevertheless, passing 12 million is quite high enough. Permits haven't changed any. Neither has the frequency of fucking motorcycles going past here. So, right, as far as stats go, my assets is up to 336.8 million. Credit spent on ships hasn't changed since last time. Credit spent on outfitting has now passed the 750 million mark. 764,631,198. Is that all? Credits on repairs at 8.6 million. Credit spent on fuel is 1.9 million. Credit spent on munitions 827,758. Still just the 2 insurance claims. As far as combat goes, bounties claimed is up to 3,672. So we are up to 91.9 million in profit from bounties. Combat bonds is still at 2,034. So 23.9 million made on those. Profits from assassination has gone up slightly. Now up to 1,128,368. It would have gone up quite a bit more because I chose to do another Pirate Lord mission. But shock horror, it's fucked up still. First ship or the first unidentified signal source I investigated had you know, a ship offering me a alternative target, And okay, I thought there was a very, very faint chance, and I mean very faint, that Frontier Developments might have actually got off their arse and fixed it. No, it's still fucked up. Next signal I went to had two ships, both showing as friendly or ally. Should have been telling me stuff, but were completely silent. So, you know, who knows? Maybe in you know, the 1.3 update, they might actually fix it. That'll be part of their big announcement. You know, as part of the amazing new features, is the fact that some of the assassination missions on the bulletin board now actually fucking work. I know, I'm asking way too much there, aren't I? This is fucking Frontier Developments we're talking about. Anyway, crime fines is up to 70. Lifetime value is up to 8,200. Whoop you fucking do. Smuggling hasn't changed since Lou. Trading, market network is up to 106. Trading profit is 218 million. Commodities traded is at 251,364. Average profit has gone up quite a bit, 141,123. And in the last video, when I was going through my stats, I said there was no way, or it was extremely unlikely, that my high single transaction would ever go up. In fact, it's gone up 3 times since that one, and now it's at 470,720, and that one is unlikely to go up. Mining, I've done a bit more. In fact, I've almost doubled the profit that I had made, so it's up to 18,464 with 22 tonnes mined. And the systems visited up to 318. Profits from exploration is 1,690,159. Level 2 and level 3 detailed scans haven't changed. Now, I do actually have some more cartography to sell from the Levedwy system. 8,346. Trouble is, that system is almost, well, is right slap bang next to where I am. I'll show you on the galaxy map. There you go. So I am here at Almad, and Levedwy is just there, so it's less than 3 light years away, which for this game is right on the doorstep. So oh yes, I might as well show you the ship as well, because I have done a couple more upgrades. I mean, sitting through this part waiting to get to the fucking outfitting. Now, I realise that Frontier Developments have long since stopped looking at my videos because of how frequently I point out where they fucked up and how they don't care. But perhaps, you know, there's the off chance that someone who watches my videos and isn't a brown noser may, you know, suggest to them, how about you make the animation that takes you to the outfitting just a bit quicker, so we're not sitting here for fucking ages waiting. Especially as a lot of the time you go somewhere and they've got fuck all in the way of upgrades anyway. So, right, nothing has changed in any of this section here within the hard points. The main change is here. The thrusters are up to B7, sensors are up to A8, and I even went mad and put the life support up to A5. So now everything is either A or B. Shield generator, power plant, thrusters, they're all B's, and everything else is A. Now this does of course mean that further upgrades are likely to be few and far between. The cheapest of the 3 B rated upgrades are the shield generator and the thrusters, and they are both in the region of 54 million. That's the cheapest. The power plant upgrade is 162.5 million. So yeah, I've got a long way to go before I can do that one. And they're not the only upgrades that I still need to do. These bottom three here are going to be changing. I'm going to fit the fuel scoop so that if I decide on the fly to do, you know, a long distance trip, I can do that. I'm going to have the Francis drive interdictor, but they are fucking expensive. And the A4 is about 27 million. So I don't know if I'm going to go mad and get the A4 one, but I will fit something there anyway. And then in the class 5 slot here, it's likely to be a shield cell bank. In fact, it's not likely to be, it will be. The only trouble with that is that will put me over my available power. I mean, I've got 33 megawatts, which is an enormous amount, but the A5 or even a B5 shield cell bank will put me well over that. So it's possible, as much as I hate to think about it, that I can't get the shield cell bank until I've got the A8 power plant. That's 162.5 million, for fuck's sake. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how I'm going to go about that. I mean, at the moment, you know, I do more than okay in conflict zones and when I'm bounty hunting, so it's not as if the shield cell bank is essential. It's anything but essential, but it's handy to have it there as a backup just in case, which is pretty much what the fuel scoop's going to be as well. So, but they all help towards making this a decent all-rounder. I say that as if it's not already, but you know what I mean. So anyway, that's how the ship looks and what I have in mind for it. Now, as to more immediate things, namely what I'm doing out here. So you know about the whatever, if I click the right thing, you know about the community event. Now this is the system itself. So we are here at Hindcore City, which orbits Almad 6. Now Almad 6 actually has two resource extraction sites within its ring systems. The trouble is, there's fuck all in them. It's very dark because the rings are quite small. They're about the size of Saturn's, so compared to a lot of other planets, that is pretty small. And so it is quite dark there. There aren't a huge number of rocks there, but what there is all quite large, so despite it being dark, it is quite easy to avoid them because they are quite spread out. There's a lot of gaps there. But also because of the fact that, you know, there aren't a huge number of rocks there, there's also hardly any ships there. Almost nobody goes there. It's a fucking waste of time. So that's two resource extraction sites there that are absolutely pointless. The next one is Almad 4. This one is actually the furthest planet away from us when we're docked here at Hindcore City. This one only has the one resource extraction site, as you can see written there. And I mean, I've been there 4 times. Only once has there been any decent ships, you know, to attack there. You know, like your bloody Anacondas, Pythons, Imperial Clippers and Fed dropships. So 1 out of 4 isn't great. And finally there's this system, this planet, Almad 1. This is where I go most often. This has 2 extraction sites, although it's only showing the one here. Yeah, it's because it's only showing the ring, but there are 2 extraction sites within this ring. And okay, again, I haven't had particularly great luck. I've been to both extraction sites again 4 times, so that's 8 different resource extraction site trips, and of those 8 I've only encountered decent ships twice. So it's a 25% success rate, same as it is with Almad 4. Whereas Almad 6, it's a 0% success rate. So although there are, you know, no shortage of resource extraction sites here, you know, there's 5 and possibly more. And yeah, Almad 7 has 2 rings. I'm assuming there are extraction sites there. And even Almad 8 has a ring, although no idea if there is an extraction site there. So there's at least 5. There is possibly, could possibly be as many as 8. And then of course there's also the Almad A belt there, which will also attract a number of ships. And yet, despite all of these extraction sites and what have you, most of the time there is absolutely fuck all happening in any of them. So it makes it unbelievably boring. An aspect of Elite Dangerous that's unbelievably boring. I know, it's hard to imagine, isn't it? But yep, it's true. So we'll give it a go. We'll go to Almad 1, seeing as that is the one that I've had the most luck with. Now annoyingly, I can't remember which is the best one to go to. One of them at Almad 1, and it's the same with the extraction site at Almad 4, does seem to cover a very large area, and consequently, you know, although there will be ships worth taking out, even if they are just like Cobras and Vipers and Adders and whatever, they're all going to be quite a distance from each other. And then there's one at Almad 1 which is rather similar to the Nehet extraction site that I usually go to, insofar as there are plenty of ships in a relatively small area. It doesn't look anything like the Nehet extraction site. It's not as dark. It's one of those very dusty areas. So you can see the rocks better, even if you can't necessarily see the distant ships very well. Now, this will really shock you, but this game's been pissing me off quite a bit. Not only is it just, you know, this whole thing of wasting your time scouting around this system and finding fuck all, but the last couple of unidentified signal sources that I've been to have done that favourite trick, well, favourite trick of Frontier Developments. It's certainly not a favourite trick of anyone who plays the cutting thing, where once you arrive and you start scanning the first ship, suddenly, bing, all the ships disappear. Yeah, you know the one. And it doesn't matter what game mode you're playing in, whether it's solo, as I was then, or in a private group, or in open play, it will still do it. Now that is a bug that's been there since Beta 1. In fact, I think the first time I encountered it was during Beta 1.02. So that was back in September. And it's still there. But the brown nosers will tell you that Frontier Developments are great. They're great at fucking ignoring, you know, stupid glaring errors and not doing fuck all about it. Unless, of course, the other reason is that they can't fix it. Yeah. I wouldn't be remotely surprised if that is the reason. They found the error, but can't do anything to actually sort it out because it's now so embedded in the code that you know, if they were to fix it, they'd fuck up a load of other things. Yet another shining example of why you don't fucking release games when they're in a clearly unfinished state. But I'm preaching to the converted with that one. I mean, you all know that that's the state the game's in. You all know that it's not going to change. You know, we all know that Frontier Developments will abandon the game long before they actually fix all of the issues with it. People wonder why my videos don't get a mention on the really dangerous newsletters. I'm sure Frontier Developments would love the sort of publicity they'll get from putting one of my vids on there. And the thing is, now of course that they've put the game on Steam, I mean, do they really think that that means the publicity that they're going to get will get any better? Because I mean, the Steam community is well known for being extremely, you know, forgiving towards games that are fucked up and unfinished and everything else. Sometimes you've got to laugh or you'd fucking cry. Anyway, here we are. Now to see if there's anything here worth getting stuck into. I've got a pretty good idea of the answer to that already, but well, you never know. Well, right, you do know, but you try anyway through sheer fucking bloody mindedness and optimism. Right, Vipers out here who are not part of the security forces are often wanted, and this is one of them. It's hardly surprising because, I mean, they got hardly any cargo capacity, so they can't do any mining. So why else would they be out here? So yeah, if you see a Viper in your contacts and it's showing as a yellow, then you can be pretty sure he's going to be wanted. But what you're seeing here is very typical of the extraction sites in this system. There's hardly anything here. In fact, I think what I'll do, I'm not going to stick around too long because it makes for a boring video, and even more boring to fucking play the cunting thing. I'll just scan and see what is around here, and if it turns out to be, you know, a load of fuck all as always, then we'll piss off to the other one. That's an asp, he's not going to be wanted. Alright, there's a gunfight going on over here. Let's see who it's between. Well, it's a small ship, that's for sure, but can't see. There it is. Not you. Not you. You. Oh, it's a Python. That's certainly not a small ship. That's wire. It's a fucking clean. Is that a... No, I was going to ask, wondering if that was an Imperial Clipper. Whoever it is that they're after is doing a runner, but it looks like they've been destroyed. You fucking thing. Why couldn't you be wanted?
Scan detected.
Right, well, let's fuck all here. Let's go to the other one. Now, I'll just touch on one other subject. It might be a bit of a sore point for some people, but it's a fucking one hell of a sore point for me.
4, 3, 2, 1, engage.
Right, I've sold my Sidewinder, so I don't need any more Sidewinder loadouts, thank you. I could say a lot more about it, but I'll leave it there. Actually no, I will say one more thing. In that Sidewinder video, I had 17 million in my credit balance. If I wanted to do a Sidewinder loadout for combat, I could have easily done it. Very easily done it. Just slap A-rated everything on there. But I have no intention of going into combat in a Sidewinder. Why the fuck would I when I've got this thing? So there you go. The Sidewinder's gone. And after the responses I got from that last video, it's not coming back. I had 5 different people giving me Sidewinder loadouts, as if I didn't know how to load out a Sidewinder.
Scan detected.
And 2 of those gave me about 2 or 3 different loadouts. Why the fuck would I need that? I had over 17 million in the bank. I could load it out any fucking way I wanted. I loaded it out the way it was for a reason. I'll end that rant there. Alright. Well, it's only a pissant eagle, but at least it's something.
Target shields offline.
Alright, ta-da, fuckwit. Where are you?
Target shields online.
Butters. Isn't there some cunt from Southpaw? Who's dead now, whoever he is. He didn't even move! Oh, where are you? Well, you're firing at someone. That's why you are. Okay. Let's see if I can get you in range before you are destroyed. Yes, I can. Only just. Well, he only needs to be only just. He's dead now.
Target destroyed.
12 million for destroying a fucking adder. So the bounties paid are okay, but it doesn't alter the fact that you're going up against fucking wanky shitty little ships. You know, what's the point of me getting an Anaconda and fully loading it out if I'm going to then spend all of my time going up against fucking eagles and the like? And in the latest newsletter from Frontier Developments, they also kindly announced that a couple more features in the coming in the 1.3 update. Now I don't know about you, but for me, the more Frontier Developments keep banging on about how update 1.3 is going to have the most new content, whilst at the same time telling us absolutely fuck all about what's going to be in it, The more they do that, the more convinced I am that there is actually going to be fuck all of worthwhile in the thing. Oh, let's get rid of this fucker. But yeah, in the update,
Target shields offline.
or in the newsletter rather, they told us that another thing that's going to be appearing in the update is regarding
Target destroyed.
what you will find in resource extraction sites. It's going to have like high and low intensities like they do in conflict zones, which is all very well, I suppose. I mean, it could give you an idea of, you know, what sort of ships to expect, and also if you're going mining, how successful your mining expedition is likely to be. But of course, they've already got that feature. It's in conflict zones, high and low intensity conflict zones there. And as is already becoming quite well known, and I've also illustrated many times in my videos, it makes fuck all difference whether you go to a high or a low intensity conflict zone, because it's all completely randomly generated. Like everything else, they can't be bothered to actually, you know, code anything, so it's just, oh fuck it, we'll just stick randomly generated, that'll do. Fuck it, that'll do. It seems to be the whole ethos behind this game. So why should we think that, you know, these high and low intensity resource extraction sites will be any different? It's all going to be, you know, completely random, so okay, that's it now of it. So why trust what it says? Just because it says it's high intensity, that don't mean fuck all, just like it is with conflict zones. Okay, it's you then.
Target shields offline.
Hurry up. There we go. So 18,000 for him. So I mean, the bounties aren't that terrible, but I mean, you've seen how many ships I destroyed, and I'm still not even in the six figures. And for me, in a extraction site, that's bollocks. I should have way more than this. Well, surely he's dead now. Get out of the way of the fucking friendlies. That's the one who scanned me earlier that I was trying to find. So there you go.
Target destroyed.
So I'm finally into six figures. I mean, you can get more than that by destroying one fucking ship. You know, if you get something decent like a Python or an Anaconda or, you know, a Imperial Clipper or a Federal Dropship, you know, any of them. Okay, Federal Dropships and Imperial Clippers aren't all that often, you know, going to pay over 100,000, but I've seen it happen a couple of times. And Anacondas, get the right one, that'll pay over 200,000, let alone 100,000. He's in doubt. But no, instead I get these fucking 7,620s. Great if you're just starting, but surely, you know, they could put in some kind of fucking protocol coding here that says, right, this bloke here is in an Anaconda and he's rated dangerous. Let's put in some ships that will give him a challenge. No, let's not.
Target shields offline.
Well, there's no way I'm going to get there in time.
Target shields online.
Well, that helps.
Target
Oh,
shields
no it
offline.
won't. I'll get there just in time to see him blown up. There you go. Now he's in range, but he's at 0.
Target destroyed.
Right, what have we got here? Who's this Cobra then? He's surrounded by 2 friendlies, that means he's going to be alright. Or she, as he is. So, you know, once again, I've been here for a while, and there's just fucking nothing here. And this is the story of this system in general. If I'd known what this system was like, I would never have come here to do this fucking mission. Because of course, if I piss off out of here, which I sincerely want to do, I've then got to come back anyway, so that once the event's over and cash in my you know, cash in whatever it is that I've made and get my
Target destroyed.
bonus. And that's the reason why my mining has gone up. Because there is fuck all happening out here, I've actually been doing more mining than I've been doing bounty hunting. And I'm not going to say I've made more money from mining, of course I haven't. But when I have the option of, you know, flying around doing fuck all, or, well, at least I can do some mining and make something. But then that introduces another thing that's shit about this system. This system is a refinery, or it's high-tech refinery. That's him. So the fact that it's a refinery means that they would want to buy in minerals so that they can, you know, shock horror, refine them.
Target destroyed.
So I bought a load of minerals from here, along with the minerals that I'd mined, and took them to a nearby, yeah, that's right, yeah, this is an extraction, yeah, so this is where they get the minerals. It's not a refinery, but I took them to a nearby system, which is a refinery. And I would have actually made a loss, and quite a sizable loss per ton, on every single mineral I took with me. So, if I could have bought them, I could have actually bought the minerals at a refinery, which is a place that needs minerals and therefore would normally be buying them in, taken them back here, which is an extraction, where they, you know, are supposedly got loads of minerals and are trying to sell them off to refineries. Brought those back here and made over 400 credits per ton profit. No, I can't work that out either. I mean, okay, yes, the whole economy system has been bollocksed up since about Beta 3. So, I mean, it's you know, you're asking way too much to think that Frontier Developments would have actually sorted it out. I mean, it's only been like fucked up for about 5 months now, but yeah, it's still just completely, it's still completely bollocks.
Target destroyed.
It's only a fucking Sidewinder, it's not even worth going after. but there's nothing else here. This place is such a fucking wanky waste of time. He's now leaving me behind, so bollocks to him, I just can't be bothered. And this is the story of bounty hunting in this system. I can't be bothered because there is nothing here to make it worthwhile. So you've got to go to a nearby system. I've already had enough. I'm fucking off back to the station because I'm just bored fucking shitless with it. So yeah, you're going to have to go to another system, and there you've got to hope that, you know, well, firstly hope that they do have rings systems in there, because a lot of these systems need exploring, so you've got no idea. Then you've got to hope that those ring systems have resource extraction sites, and then you've got to hope that there's going to actually be something worthwhile in them. So that's 3 lots of blind luck that you've got to rely on. There's already plenty within the game that does rely on blind luck and nothing else. So, you know, once again they just said, oh well, we've got blind luck for everything else, we may as well, you know, make it blind luck for this and all. The whole thing just reeks of we can't be bothered when it comes to the development of this thing. And if it isn't a case of we can't be bothered, then the only other explanation I can think of is we don't know how to do it. So they've had this ridiculously ambitious idea and they haven't got a fucking clue how to do half of it. Well, if you don't know how to do it, get someone in who does. You know, the potential of the game is immense. I mean, it's got off to one of the shittiest starts of any game release that I can remember in 42 years of, well, not 42 years of gaming. I started gaming in about 1977 on old grandstand television game systems. But since then, anyway, and so the potential on this game is immense. Why did I fucking slow down then? I don't know. I'm fucking losing it. But they just can't be bothered to do any of it. Or they don't know how to do any of it. So if they want the game to be a success, and you know, if it's good enough, it will be a success. And it will make them a fucking bomb. But they can't be asked to put the work in. So they'll release it unfinished and say, fuck it, that'll do. They will be more than glad that, you know, there are plenty of brown noses around who will, you know, can constantly say the game's great, even though anybody with a single brain cell can see that it fucking isn't, because, you know, so much of the promised content isn't there. What content is here, so much of it is fucking broken and bug ridden and, you know, and doesn't work and you know, all the rest of it. But I say it just looks like nothing is going to be done about it. This update 1.3, the power play updates, they're constantly saying how great it is, but they don't tell us anything about it. So I'm not convinced by it. I mean, for starters, you know, Frontier developments have shown us time and time again that their word is absolutely worthless. So even if they did say, oh, it's going to be great, it's got this and this in it, that is by no means a guarantee that that is actually what you're going to get when it comes out. I mean, take our old friend the Orca, for instance. The passenger missions that the Orca is there for were first announced in October. And that was when Beta 1 was still going. That's 6 months ago. It's still not there. But the Orca ship is there. And now they've even released fucking, you know, paint jobs for the Orca. Even though no fucker uses it. And they're probably going to be wondering, we've got all these, we've got this pack of 6 paint jobs for the Orca. It's only £5, which is great value, especially as it took us like, a minute and a half to put this paint job together for it. But no one's buying it. Why is that? I have no idea. Must be something weird going on. Anybody, think of a reason why
Docking request granted.
Why no one's buying out Orca paint jobs? I know. Ask David, he'll know. Mr. Braven, do you know why? No. Doesn't make any sense at all. They should be getting it. Everyone loves the Orca. But I can't see anybody buying them. It's a fucking farce. Speaking of fucking farce, I'm making a right fuck up of this.
Landing gear deployed.
Right, I've got to somehow flip myself back round again.
Landing gear retracted.
That didn't help either.
Landing gear deployed. Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Right, so I'm pretty sure I haven't got any ship integrity has gone up even more. It used to be, if it was between 29 and 30,000 I could then do it, but now I've got the thruster upgrades and the sensor upgrade. That's probably gone up even more. I'd say it's probably going to be around 35,000 before I can sort that out. So all that for 165,020. Fucking big deal. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's why this mission. Okay, we are now up to tier 2. So I'm currently set to get 1 million. But I dare say I'm probably only just in the top 40% because I've only contributed 3.1 million. But that's the problem with this system, because there's fuck all in it. It's taking a hell of a long time to get there. And fuck knows how these people, if it's here, yeah, there it is. I mean, look at this. This some top person here, 23,392,024. How the fuck did he get that lot? He must have either the patience of a saint, or he's just, he's almost dead and has no sort of sense of time or anything else, and can spend, however fucking long it would take to do all that. Either way, I think he needs help. So, well, I mean, it's made, a couple of very slight changes to my stats. I'm now up to 5,700 and what is it? 5,720 total paying kills. I fuck knows how many I've got to get to reach dangerous. I've given up fucking looking. But yeah, I haven't really done a lot, and I wish this fucking mission would hurry up and end. And we're up to tier 2. Technically you could say that's halfway, but of course you look at the bar there, it's nowhere near halfway. But I wish more people would come here and get this thing over with, and then I can fucking piss off out of it. But trouble is, I think anybody watching this video will have seen that and said, fuck it, I ain't going there, and I wouldn't blame them. And yet I could do with more people coming over here just to try and get to that target and ending this fucking thing. Now there goes everybody's favourite walker now. It hasn't got a paint job. That's amazing. Why on earth wouldn't someone have put a paint job on that? Anyway, I think I've made my point. And I can't face playing this fucking thing for a bit. I've got to have a fucking break from it. So there you go, that's the end of this video. So this is Commander Corsair signing off.